Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm ADA Mana Burst. Um, yes, I am live again. We are back with Harmony the Fall of Revere, which I realized that I had been pronouncing it wrong this entire time. Once they finally said it, and like even though I've been hearing them say it severally, Reverie, that's what it is, Reverie. I keep calling it Revere. No, it's Reverie. Um, that's on me. Anyways, welcome back. We are going to jump right into the game and hopefully everybody will enjoy it and it will be fun again. I'm really enjoying this game. This game is kind of insane. If you see me looking off to the side, it is because that's where my chat is. So I'm looking at the chat and trying to check and make sure that like I'm not missing anybody, because I don't like it when I miss people and like I could have been talking to them this entire time. That's not fair on you guys, and I apologize. I just needed to do some quick adjusting. Um, so yeah, we're gonna jump into the game. I am probably gonna be streaming more as hours at work are being cut, so I will be more live. Um, let's. Did I have it on? I have it on in the chatting scene, but I did not have it on in the game. That's what happened. Okay. Good to know. So I've been playing the game without the mic on. That is on me. Okay. So I forgot to check my screens and make sure that everything was the way that it was. Sorry. I thought it was on. It was on the chatting screen. This is on me. Anyways, yeah, so I was not expecting, like, I should have expected the depression as soon as they said that Laszlo's dead. But I had no idea. There was no warnings outside of the game, no warnings in the game. So I'm going to put up a warning just in case this is triggering for anybody. And we're going to keep going. I mean, it's not as bad as Omari. Omari makes a point of saying it, like, early on, like, before you even open up, get to the starting screen of being like, hey, look, this is what's going on. We will be picking Omari back up, most likely in October, so next month. Nothing. Man, this girl has a bed. Gotta get out of the shower. Take a shower. Yeah, I feel it. I needed that. Taking a shower felt like shedding my skin. But as I try to gather some clean clothes to get dressed, a heavy weight falls back on my shoulders. I'll never recover from this. I can't move my body. I can't move my mind. I'm stuck in this pain. Maybe it's better this way. Okay, so this would have happened if I entered with Glory's help. But instead I have these. Nora's been camping out in the living room since it happened. She's either on her phone scrolling endlessly or watching the Trivid. Watching as a strong word, her eyes fixed on the images, but where is Nora? I'm not too sure. Tonight, Jade is here. She comes often, bringing food almost every day, but she doesn't say much. The Trivid is on, but everybody watching or listening is just there. White noise. Distant waves. Emptiness filling up the void. Then some words snag our attention like fishhooks. Oh, what did they say? MK has ruled the death of an old man was an accident. According to MK, the fault lies with the protesters who were manipulated by the violent rioters and political activists. An MK spokesperson just told us that.
Those bastards!
Exactly right. Bastards. Not sure my mother would have been able to stomach this, but... The thing is, we don't know where my mother is. Again. She rarely sleeps at the Naiads. She's always out and about. Ursa's behavior always felt selfish, but this time it's something else.
You two, stay here. I'll go find Ursula.
What? Why?
I'm worried. And
we can't go on like this. But I can't say it out loud. Not now.
I need air. And I need to get some groceries. We can't rely on Jade to feed us for the rest of our lives.
Even if the food she brings is divine.
Polly.
I think it's a great idea.
That settles it. Like starting to move forwards, but like it's still very linear. I'm walking alone in Alma, chasing my mother. It's deja vu all over again. I scan the camera out, trying to find her, and that's when I see it. A mural of Laszlo, his unmistakable face painted on a wall, his personality streaming out from the brick and mortar. I fight back tears as I walk past, leaving it behind. A few streets down, I find my steps dragged towards his bar. I wish there was a way we could have kept him alive. I don't know what we could have done. Candles, flowers, teddy bears. there by strangers, visible hands and hearts carrying a piece of our grief. I can't stand this either. I turn and I'm running. I'm running away to the beach. Here, I can't see Laszlo's ghost anywhere. I didn't know so many people cared. I didn't know how big of an impact he had in his life and in his death. But now it's clear to see. Alma is giving back, showing support, protecting its own. And now the tears come. Finally, I'm sobbing. There we go. That's what you needed. Ursula's regrets. So I think what would have happened is either Laszlo died or Nora died. I spot a silhouette in the distance, tall, thin, ankle deep in the cold water.
Mother?
She turns around. It's her face. Her face is closed off, her posture sad and heavy with grief. I move closer. Something about her is different. I've never seen her looking quite like this before.
The prodigal daughter returns. Or something like that.
She's drunk. That's the first.
Is there an equivalent in the Oxyon culture?
Oh no. The Oxyons were not known to be as forgiving as that. Perhaps that's what caused them to disappear. They didn't believe in forgiveness or love or charity.
She chuckles as if she just made a joke. Or as if this whole little speech was a scene she scripted and rehearsed.
Let's go home.
Home? What for? If we had followed my plan, maybe home would still exist. But now? What for?
Come on.
The worst thing is, Laszlo didn't agree with me. My plan was too violent for him, too aggressive. Right up to the very end, he was always the same, protecting others before himself. And look what happened to him.
I want to shake her. I want to scream. Years of stilted conversations, misread meanings, poor communication, and now she stands there drunk, angry, lost. Lashing out at her wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be right.
I saw his face in town. Somebody in Alma painted a mural of him. Things are changing outside the Naiad's walls.
Hey, what's up, McButtons?
So what?
We need you. At home. And with what's about to come.
You don't need me. You never did.
True. But I can't say it out loud.
We need you. I need you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
You don't.
The aspirations. I can't hear them anymore.
I can see that strikes a chord. This is the angle to take. This is the angle to take to get her back to
Maybe
me.
it's what happened in Glory's Pyramid, or maybe it's the anger I felt when I heard about Laszlo.
Anger? At them?
They could have warned me. They schemed and plotted, playing with our lives.
How's everybody?
His life.
No. No. The aspirations need us more than we need them. You are their oracle. You are their guide.
She steps closer to me, emerging from the
When
water.
I was their oracle, I could always find answers to my problems and the problems of those around me. You cannot sever your link with Reverie.
I won't go back.
She smiles, it's small and faint, but a smile nonetheless.
I'll go back home if you agree to reconnect with the aspirations.
Will you help me?
She looks at me in a new way,
Of course.
and then she hugs me. Ursula hugged her? I guess we did reconnect with her in the previous arc. So we went through the effort of reconnecting with her after we went through the effort of finding her. And they're all dealing with grief in their own way right now. I think no matter what we did, it was either Nora or Laszlo who was gonna just die. It was gonna be one of the two. There was gonna be a drastic change. Outside, the city's asleep. I feel lighter than I've ever been. It will be interesting though when we go back to play it again to see the different routes and see what we didn't do, because there are so many choices that we haven't done. If a gust of wind hit me right now, this minute, it would whisk me far away. In bed, I stare at the ceiling in the darkness, trying to make sense of the last few days. Sleep gently scoops me up in the middle of a thought. A thought that becomes a dream. It really is. I'm really enjoying it. A dream that becomes a vision. Oh no. A lake. Somewhere below my feet. Truth! A lake of egregor. Immense, steady, and welcoming. Is it our side of Truth's place? The dream fades. Okay, so we've already finished 2 chapters. One chapter was literally just one node, but it's taken her 2 chapters to actually kind of start handling things again. Jeez, I wish that was how quick depression worked. I wake up a few hours later. My exhaustion is gone. Gone entirely, as if my body has been washed clean of it, right? But my head is full of questions and words and memories echoing inside of me. Reading through my brain over and over again. Never fading, never lessening. I feel like I'm about to spiral out. I need to focus. Okay, what if Ursula hadn't left? What if I never left Atina? Oh. What if Ursula had never left? Maybe the problem was my mother. Maybe she should have just stayed here at the Nadia's, away from chaos. No Jade in our lives, no Omar, no delving into ancient cultures or alternate dimensions. Just this weird, happy family. We would have been safe. Safe and united. You wouldn't be there. Okay. Revere has betrayed me. What if I had warned him? What if I had been with him? Oh god, I hate that we're doing this. I should have stayed away from Reverie. Away from all those schemes and plans. Laszlo would be alive. That's a given, isn't it? If he'd gotten in danger anyway, I would have protected him, no doubt about that. He always cared for me. I gave up on him. When he needed me most, I was away. I was busy. I lost so much time with him. I can never get that back. 'Cause she left. Oh boy. I can hear him. I can see him. I can see all of us waking up the day after the protest. Tired and concerned, but together. All of us around the Tri-Vid, catching up on the news. Nora making breakfast. Ursula and Laszlo quietly exchanging half sentences full of meaning for them. Then Laszlo and I walk to the bar. We enjoy the sun, we chat about mundane stuff while we serve customers. Coffee beans, tax hikes, new imported beer, and the latest corrupt politician, the latest football match, the last customer, last day. In the dead of night. In the dead of the night. If I had done things differently, Laszlo would still be here. He'd be with us. I'll never forgive myself. Eesh. Girl. Man, these chapters are going quick. Oh, this is another linear one. Man, she's spiraling. Wake up. Long nights, little sleep, painful sunrises. When is this going to end? Honey, it doesn't. It doesn't. You just gotta move forward. Kitchen a mess. Food, fridge empty. General mood at the Dadas. Exhausted and hungry. Nora and I are going through our old boxes of video cassette tapes. We spent the better part of a day finding the right cable so we can watch them. Best day we've had in a long, long time. Movies are most ridiculous. They pulled out VHSs. Comedies, action adventure, cheap knockoffs, badly dubbed junk. We love it. The bell rings. Someone's at the gate. Nora doesn't move. So many people have come. They all say the same things. A lot of them are angry too. I think they've started to see Laszlo as a symbol. And they don't get why we can't join them in that. The person rings again. Reluctantly, I get up. I peep through the window. It's Yana. Keep the door closed. Open the door. You need to open the door. I cross the lawn and welcome Yana at the gate. As I get closer, I notice they're standing awkwardly, shoulders benched, arms straight at their side. I think it would have ended up being either Yana, Jade, Nora, or Laszlo, and that was my choices of who is going to die.
Hey.
Either that or no matter what, Laszlo was going to die.
Hey, I'd like to offer my condolences for Laszlo.
You already sent me a message.
Yeah, but I kept thinking about it. Just sending a message didn't seem like the right way to express my feelings.
Thank you.
Anyways, how was chat doing? I lift their arms slightly and I step forward into the offered hug. For a few precious seconds, we fold into each other's embrace. It felt good. It felt genuine. It felt warm. We start to walk across the lawn. It's a peaceful moment, and I savor it.
I came for another reason. I found a box of old pictures. Memories from high school. Stuff like that.
Nice. Cool that you're going to the gym.
I'd like you to have them.
They hand me a photo album. I break into a smile. I'm actually very terrible about going to the gym. Yeah, if you give him attention, or you take care of him, or you feed him, he follows you around like a lost little puppy. I asked Yana if they wanted to come in, but they refused. Good, because I don't think I would have been able to be around someone else for too long. I head back to my room to check out the pictures Yana gave me and the memories they hold. Copper! Hi! Come here. Here, you big fluff. Hey! No! No. I lie down on my bed. That was a short interaction, but I'm exhausted by it. Sister Breach! The album is short and sweet. Pictures of Yana and me, other students, friends, and a couple of teachers. That life feels so far away. What's left of it now? I couldn't really say. The pictures trigger memories and remind me of songs we used to listen to on repeat. I reach for my phone to fire off a couple of text messages to Yana. They reply right away, and after a few messages...
So, what do you think of my little present?
I love it. It's so weird how we
Grew up?
Exactly.
We laugh. I have to admit, it's the first time I've laughed in so long that it hurts a little.
Do you remember the Crocodile song?
Crocodile song?
The memory hits me like a ton of bricks. The Crocodile song. It's just a silly tune, but it was everywhere when we finished high school.
Oh, we used to sing it all the time.
Hey, you.
Even during our final exams.
And you got in trouble for it.
Because of you.
We chat about the past for an hour. Memories, private jokes, stupid stuff. We talk about our 10 years apart. We say things that should have been said a long time ago. And when Yana decides to go to bed, I feel tired. Physically tired, like after a good run. And after a bit of know you first, we hang up. I can't thank Yana enough for today. Go to sleep. I lie in bed. The ceiling's watching me, watching it. But for once, this time, sleep comes swiftly to scoop me up. I'm kind of surprised that there isn't an aspiration that is about sadness and all that stuff. Like, we have bliss, we have power, bond, truth, chaos, glory. I wouldn't be surprised if there were other aspirations that were out there. We just don't have access to them. Where is everyone? Bye bye. Hi, what is it, Copper? My dog's trying to tell me something. I wake up myself today with no need for an alarm. Impressive after all these sleepless nights. It's late in the afternoon. Is someone in the well? Oh, I'm talking to my dog. My dog is trying to speak to me through telepathy. Pretty sure I know what he wants, though. Oh. Yeah. My dog is chilling with me and enjoying being with me, but at the same time, he's like, please listen to me, and I'm going, you're gonna have to wait. It's late in the afternoon, like really late. Nobody's around. Ursula's gone. Trivid is off. Nora's gone too. Where is she? I make my way slowly through the big echoing building. Once the Naiads was filled with people, artists, poets, creators of all sorts. A living, breathing art gallery. As I walk mindlessly around the building, I realize I've never seen it so empty and quiet. My heart quickens. For a second, I wonder if... No, I know I'm not dreaming. Panic attack. I hadn't had one in years. I feel so out of control in my own life. There's a prickly feeling of sweat across my hairline. I can feel my heart beating faster. I open my eyes. I'm standing in front of Laszlo's door. His room hasn't been used or opened in days. Inside his entire life. All that's left. To someone outside of this family, all of these items are meaningless. To me, to us, they're memories. His gardening tools remind me that someone's going to have to take care of the plants. And I know neither Ursula nor Nora will know how to. Nothing will ever be the same again. I touch my chest. I feel like I can't breathe. I sob uncontrollably. It's another really short chapter. Ooh, okay. I don't know why that one's blocked. Okay. Calm down. I need to calm down. Night is falling. Someone is coming home soon. Someone has to be home soon. My mind's racing in circles, desperate to find something to do. Anything. Four turns, so I have to go through these 4 things before I can do this. Look at family photos. Wait, what is this? I need to calm down. Try to breathe. Okay, let's start here. It's always the first step is try to breathe. Panic is overwhelming my mind. A tsunami of pain has swamped me. I'm drowning under the weight of it. How is it possible? How can I just move on with my life? Which then does this. This isn't my fault. She's going through the 4 stages of grief, or the 5 stages of grief right now. Of course it is. So we've already seen her like get really depressed about it, get really upset. So she's been through the sadness. She has been through the denial, the betrayal, the how can this be this. I don't know what stage she's at, but she's definitely going through the 5 stages. These different chapters are the 5 stages. Of course it is. It has to be my fault. Laszlo needed me. Ursula needed me. Nora needed me. I wasn't there. You were doing what you can to help. Why am I even doing this? This isn't comforting. Laszlo's face is in every picture, everywhere I look. Our memories, our lives, our past, all linked and interconnected and unfolding in a parallel until his own path stops. This isn't comforting. It's torture. I say that every day. You know what? I feel like that wave that they experienced has put her into this endless loop that she's struggling to get out of, that she's still in reverie. I say that every day. I can't feel better knowing that he won't be there to see it. Never again. What's the point? What's the point? Keep the tears inside. Keep them in. Walk it down. What's happening to me? Can't breathe. Can't think. Can't. Oh boy. She's in full breakdown. I picture Laszlo. His last minute or so. He's walking. He's in the middle of the protest, surrounded by people who welcomed him. He sees MK security forces charging. He sees them, and his reaction is to protect the people to either side of him. He throws his arms wide to shield them, and a blast, smoke, blood, his skull crushed in a way that feels simply unbelievable. I can't escape that minute, and no one is home to help me shake free of it. Oh. Glory. We're getting the egregor. I got to get out of here. The egregor flask on my table catches my eye. What if that was the key? What would I do if I could travel back to Reverie? What would I tell the aspirations? I grab the flask and gulp it down. I drink every last drop. That's the modified shit. I close my eyes. My throat burns, my stomach churns. The other types of egregor I've come in contact with from the aspirations themselves felt natural, but this stuff is different. I gag. This stuff tastes like poison. I feel heavier, full of something I can't recognize. As I sink into the darkness, a smell, a color, a feeling on my skin. The lake from my dream, still and pure. Are you waiting for me? Are you waiting for me? Are you a premonition or a reality? I blink and oh shit, the heart's gone. Whatever happened, it broke Reverie. Reverie. Or what's left of it. There, I see someone. It's Glory. She looks devastated.
Glory?
No answer. Her silhouette is hard to focus on. Like a mirage.
Glory? What's going on? What happened?
She's gone. Or rather, she was never there. The world around me breaks down. I'm back in the void. The feeling on my skin is gone. So are the colors and the smell. Instead, a powerful vision strikes me. Before me is a pool, a lake of egregor. All the power I ever collected. And there's something down there in the blue. Go find it. Right? Jeez. What did power do? I think maybe I messed up. My clothes and hair are soaked with sweat. My ears ring, my vision blurry, and my mouth's dry. There's warbling, eerie droning inside my head that won't stop. As if by instinct, my fingers curl tightly around my necklace, and reality dissolves around me. The vision. Everything collapses as my consciousness opens on a new world. I squeeze my eyes shut as a gust of unearthly wind whipped past me. I feel like shit, like I drank too much. Did the egregor do this to me? The horrible vision, what was that all about? What happened to the aspirations and the red sky? There's a brief sensation of falling from a great height, then a sharp, hypnotic jerk as I land hard on my feet, gasping for breath. All around me are familiar faces, assembled around the missing heart and the sky above his crimson. Chaos is nearest to me, and our eyes are the first to lock. I want to ask them about the vision, but I'll scream if I have to open my mouth right now. They smile the usual smile, horny, cocky, gorged with energy. The vision must be a dream I need to focus on. And what's in front of me? Focus on the immediate.
Chaos! You're okay? What happened to the heart?
From this close, I can see the subtle ceases of their ageless painted face. Is that Murray? It almost looks out of place on them.
Disappeared when Glory stepped down.
That dream.
Yes, we did rather feel that. And it wasn't just a dream. It was a warning of what will come to pass if a heart isn't chosen. And soon. The clock is ticking, Harmony.
Jesus Christ.
Wait. What frivolous ideas will you try to plant in her mind next?
Oh, is that what we're going to do today? Fight?
Truth glides forward, their icy stare sweeping over all
Now
of us.
is not the time for petty squabbling between us.
Jesus Christ.
Now is the time for action.
I believe the action could stand to wait for our oracle to catch her breath.
Yes, please. Where's Bliss? Everyone has something to say. They seemed concerned. Let's start with this. I need to put some serious consideration into which aspirations I should listen to. They're all eager to advise me. I can't afford to withdraw into myself and lose track of what's happening in Riverier or Brittle. Most of the aspirations
I get
agree.
that you have a lot on your plate. But if you keep the momentum going, it'll strengthen our will. Make sense?
I see what you mean. Just keep doing things, making decisions.
Only by your efforts can the world be changed, and a new heart chosen.
So far, Bond is the one that's winning.
I recommend that you focus on what remains of your family. Face your grief together.
Yeah, help each other through it.
But do not neglect the community around you. There is an energy in Brittle now, one that could unite people in action.
This is merely the calm in the eye of a great storm.
No pressure or anything.
There's a whole lot to think about, but I promise I'll consider their words. Back in Brittle, I fumble around in my dresser drawer for a painkiller. My body feels rusty, my left leg feels numb. I must have slept on it funny. You drink that modified shit. You never should have touched that shit. And I stink. I grab a towel and head to the shower. I just need a few minutes to myself before I get back to thinking about everything else. I try to calm my racing mind and focus on the hot water running down my skin, on the breathing in the steam. On breathing in the steam. That's a good idea. For a little while, everything feels better. My phone dings. Anxiety wells up in my chest as I hastily rinse my hair and reach for my towel. Once my hands are dry, I grab my phone. A text from Yana. How are you doing? I hope today is a decent one on your end. All I can think to reply is thanks, I appreciate it. What else can I say? I don't want to try to put any of what I'm feeling in. I don't want to try to put any of what I'm feeling into words right now. I can't, but I do appreciate them reaching out. I know I need to focus, but even once I've showered and dressed, I still don't feel awake. There's a numbness, an aimlessness to everything. For a few minutes, all I can do is stare out the window. The Naiads looks the same as any other day until I notice the growing pile of photos, candles, and flowers at the gate. So many people knew Laszlo. So many of us loved him. I'll have to talk to Ursula and Nora about this at some point. There's a lot piling up, emotionally and otherwise, and nothing much to do in the coming days. I can't stay in my room all day. As I head out, I pass the guest room Omar uses when he comes to see Ursula and stays late. He's not there. I have so many questions about the future. There are so many different paths, all going in different directions. But it's so much more disorienting than before. My powers still aren't what they were. Drinking that Agorgar definitely didn't solve all my problems. You need to go to that lake. I thought I'd find them here. Nora and Ursula are waiting for me in silence, keeping their distance from one another. Both have things to say, questions to ask, demands to make, wants, needs. All things I have to consider. Alrighty. So, we have 3 paths to take here. We can't take this one, because we need 2 glory crystals. And we did gain 1, but then we lost 1. Ursula. What does Ursula want? It looks like she's going somewhere. Nora needs a breather. I wonder... Choose one of the next 2 nodes. How do Nora and Ursula feel? So, we have paths we can take. With multiple objectives. See, objective, 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 objective. Support the so these are our objectives that we have. Support the social uprising. Stay out of the movement. And a day off from everything. Now, we don't have enough from glory in order to do that. But then we have these, which can also be objectives. But they're not listed because we can't see them right now. This is what the heart looks like currently. We gotta get some glory going. 26, 14, 51, 29, 15. I want there to be a balance between them, but I don't know how successful I'm going to be with that, especially seeing as I keep avoiding power. But also, Chaos has never been chosen as the heart before. I feel bad for him. Alrighty. So if I do that, I cut out everything. But if I do these, it doesn't cut everything out. So we're going to start here. Hey! We'll start there. Then we'll see if we could go up the Ursula path and then go the other way. Nora needs some time away from the Naiads. It's been days since she's left her room to go anywhere other than the kitchen. Today, she seems to have regained some of her usual spark.
Hey.
Hey.
Weather's nice today.
Is it?
Yeah.
Great.
So,
Oh man, they're so awkward.
you
right
wouldn't
now.
want to go to the skate park with me, would you?
I'd like to spend time with her, really, but it sounds exhausting. I'm still so sore and fatigued. This is the type of thing Glory told me to think twice about, to preserve myself. Still, family bonding time is something we both need more than ever. More than ever right now. So, we have two inevitables. Go with Nora, or politely decline. That would open up those two paths. But this would give us Glory Crystal. But it also gives us Bliss. I think we're gonna do this. I agree to go with her and we head out right away. Nora does her best not to look at the trinkets people have left for last.
Hate them?
She clears her throat and pulls a scarf tighter around her face as we step out into outline.
I'm glad people are thinking of him and love him, but he was my granddad. I've heard what they're saying on the Trivid and online. Some people are trying to make him into a symbol of MK's oppression, but like, that's my granddad they're talking about. And he's dead. I'd never wish this pain on anyone. But I wish people would think about how using his name and face for the movement makes us feel. But what good is it to call for revolution and then refuse to get involved?
We're here. God. This is hard. This is really hard. Nora's decision. I refuse Chaos's help to free Glory, and Jade is still friendly with us. I feel like Nora doesn't need me to cheer her up. Oh, this one's locked. Yeah, that's locked. We can't do that one. We have to do this one. This chapter, like this arc is heavy. Jade's here. The stakes are a lot lower than the last time we saw each other. She waves and walks over, a board tucked under her arm.
Hey, you two. How you holding up?
You know, like shit.
Same.
Yeah, that's normal. Healthy, even.
I'm so glad we met her. That Nora was her support. Jade heads to the half-pipe while Nora gives a quick refresher on how to keep my balance on rollerblades without cracking my head open. It's been a long time since I went skating. Skirt around the areas that are more my speed and watch them go. After a while, Nora glides past me on her board and drags one foot to a controlled stop.
Hi. Would you hate me if I said I needed a change of scene and might sleep over at Jade's tonight?
Part of me wants to keep her close by, but I bit my tongue. I think she really needs this.
I love you, and I think you should go.
Okay, how about this? That's kind of the reason I wanted you to come, so I could ask you that. To skate too, but, yeah.
Still love you.
I'm feeling a little steadier on my feet, so I skate after her as she zooms away. Jade is taking a breather and checking her phone, but she gives us two a thumbs up from a bench nearby. Skate with Nora. I nod toward the park equipment. Nora grabs her board and heads over. A moment later, she's sailing. I'd forgotten how good she is at this. I fumble with my shoes. My old rollerblades still fit, but the straps were always the tricky part.
We can go back for the training wheels if you want.
I roll my eyes. She grins and scoots off again. Once finally on my feet, once I'm finally on my wheels, it doesn't take me long to get the hang of things again. Oh, these are really cute. I really like these. I also like how they have the trainer stops on them. One foot in front of the other. Don't push. Slow, smooth movements. Use your arms for balance.
Still got it.
Then we're together. Nora on her skateboard, me on the rollerblades, and her shaky legs. We glide hand in hand. Alrighty. Whoa. We soar, we laugh, and we forget our troubles for one blissful moment. What else can we do? Alrighty. Just so you guys know, if you're in the chat, if you guys are seeing the ads, a way to get rid of the ads is if you click down below, you could subscribe. It goes a long way towards supporting the channel, and if you don't want to subscribe, that's perfectly alright. If you don't want to subscribe but you still want to support, we also have bits, cheers, as well as, if you check out below the video, if you're on the computer and if you're on a mobile device, you have to go to the About section. But I do have some buttons that are down below, and you guys can click on either the tips, the Discord, the Etsy store, the Redbubble store, any of those things. They all go towards supporting the store, the stream, and me, and all of this. But yeah, Twitch is doing a thing for September where it's all the subscriptions are like 25% off, I think it is. So if you want to do that, you can. So we can do that. Sorry. It is cheaper to get a subscription right now. If you happen to have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. So there is that. Alright, let's check in on Ursula. Over the last couple of days, Ursula's really been looking her age. The papery skin on her arms, the wrinkles under her eyes, the white hair. She looks so human, vulnerable. She must hate it. Have I changed too?
I'll be going to the bar soon to do some cleaning and tie up loose ends. Shutting off the electricity, water and such. I need help, if you're able.
I tell her I'll let her know, and she nods, brisk and businesslike. It's not long before my phone dings again. It's Yana offering to come by to get wasted and eat ice cream together. Could that be just what I need? Not getting wasted, but spending time with a friend. So, do we pick Yana? So this is meet with Yana, and this is go with Ursula. Now, if we go with Ursula, it does this, but if we do Yana, that like has a whole bunch of other shit that we could do. But this is like community, listening to the ground, and then we got all of this all up here. And we have to choose one or the other because they're both inevitable. So if I do this, I block out all of that, but I get those. But if I do this, it blocks out all of that. Sorry, Glory, but I feel like we need some mommy-daughter time. Ursula's been behaving erratically lately. Maybe having some company would help. Besides, after losing one parent, spending time with the other suddenly feels precious. And the manual labor might distract me from the pain. I text Yana back. Sorry, I'm not at home right now. Thanks for the offer, though. Maybe another time. Promptly an answer chimes share. Ping me when you're free. Take care, okay? Outside, we have to walk past the memories, the memorials people have left for Laszlo. My heart feels impossibly heavy. I still can't believe we'll never see him again. This is a family trying to deal with the death of a loved one, and it's hard. Ignore the memorials. We don't need more pain. But that will unlock that. What's this? Remind Ursula of earlier. I'm curious to know what she thinks of the memorials she's saying.
How do you feel about these?
I don't know. They're stars in the night, and knives in my heart.
They're bumming me out too.
This is another one of those rare moments where I can tell her exactly how I feel. But we've paid a terrible price to get here.
It's complicated. I thought Laszlo's fighting days were long over, but he stepped up in his own way. Now people are claiming him as a symbol, but he was only a man. Not just my man, but a complete individual on his own. It's strange to see what people are taking from him in his absence.
Her lips twist. Absence isn't the right word. It sounds too temporary, but the truth hurts. He's never coming back.
I suppose it's a good thing he's inspiring so many emotions. I've decided I must come to terms with that. In art and in death, intent means nothing. It's your impact that counts.
She fell silent. Before long, we've arrived at the bar. This is very heavy. That's why I put up the warning, because this is a lot heavier than I was expecting. This game, I can see why it's rated mature. Because when I put it into Twitch automatically puts my stream under with a label of mature. So you have to be 18 or over to watch. This is very heavy. This is a lot. We spent, what, 4 chapters of her just doing that? Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, lurk. If you do !lurk, I believe it should trigger something, but I'm not sure. I think this one's locked. Yeah, it is. Alrighty. Thank you for the lurk, McButtons. Thank you for coming by. Sunlight spreads warmly over us as we get to work, washing the floor, moving the tables and chairs around, wiping down the sticky surfaces of the bar. After a couple of hours, one of Laszlo's regulars show up hollering, "Laz, old chum, give me a beer, would ya?" Ursula emerges from behind the counter and I approach the man and tell him we're closed. He looks up from me to Ursula. "You're back, eh? He's been worried sick about you. We tried to keep him busy, but he can't stop thinking about you."
Isn't here.
The man can't believe it when we explain that Laszlo's gone. He tells us how he used to come here every day for years until he started to slow down. He loved to chat with Laszlo, listen to snippets of what was happening on the island, and then we get an idea. We should serve him one last beer. We haven't touched them. Ursula just wanted to clean and take care of the place. Seeing us behind the bar, it makes it feel like Laszlo's still here, the old regular tells us. Man! Other patrons start to drift in. Before long, the bar comes alive again. Ursula listens in silence as everyone talks about Laszlo. Jesus Christ. This is hard. This is really hard. The bar is full of people and their memories. Laszlo in this place meant a lot to the people of Alma. Everyone has something to share, memories of old times, how lost and sad they feel, how infuriating Laszlo's death is. So many overlapping emotions, so many stories tangled together, with Laszlo as a central bond. I wish I could hear his voice again. Go for one more walk together. Tell him how much I love him. For a moment, we we're a single living being, united in love. It's almost like Laszlo's still with us. Like any moment now, he'll amble by, as if nothing has happened. Even Ursula, who I can see is overwhelmed despite her cold composure, finds her footing again. Apart from standing there silently, I can't do much other than nod and smile. This is cathartic, but intense. My eyes sting with unshed tears. It feels good to share these memories and feel less alone. Eventually, we close up the bar and patrons drift away into the night. My head still buzzing with snippets of conversation. I'm exhausted. At least his bar got a proper farewell. After this last service, we'll cut the lights, the water, the utilities. Chances are we'll have to sell the place and pay for Nora's studies, the Naiad's rent, or something else. I don't want to think about that now. I can't. I take a deep breath and try to focus on the outpouring of fond memories this evening. Even in the midst of tragedy, there's still love. Boy. That's heavy. Next time, we'll go down Yana's path. Man, I was not expecting that. Okay, take a day off from everything. Or we check in on how Nora and Ursula feel. Now, Nora and Ursula have a whole bunch of stuff that's up here that could get us a bunch of power and truth. Or we could just take time for ourselves. But I think we need to check in on everybody. We can't avoid the topic any longer. We have to talk about the memorials, about how people are processing Laszlo's death all around us. I gather Ursula and Nora together. They look as haggard as I feel. Nora's clothes are wrinkled and stained, Ursula's hair lank.
All that stuff at the gate. All those offerings. Man, I hate them.
It is a little unsettling, but people need to grieve. Not just for a man, but for everything they've lost.
Laszlo as the face of political dissent in Alma. Not sure how I feel about that. Okay, a lot to handle, but we don't have 2 glory crystals. Laszlo wasn't just ours, or Laszlo was the face of Alma. We'll do this. He wasn't just theirs. He wasn't. It's strange what family does to your perception of a person. Their role in the family becomes their identity. Laszlo was a granddad, a stepdad, head of the family unit, co-head at least. So then that means that, like, when you really think about it, about their family dynamic, Ursula and Laszlo were together. He was Polly's stepdad, Nora's granddad. Nora and Polly were sort of raised as siblings, but technically when you look at the hierarchy and how things are laid out, Polly is Nora's aunt, in a sense, because her parent, who is related to Laszlo, is her step-sibling. So technically she is her aunt, but they were raised as siblings, so it's interesting to see their layout. Co-head, at least, but that wasn't the whole of it. Laszlo was a friend, a barkeep, a confidant, a drinking partner, and a storyteller. He didn't belong to us alone. Right now, his identity outside of the family bonds is more important, isn't it? Okay, accept what Laszlo represents, or private grief public display. The movement has already begun. Laszlo is the face of the movement, much bigger than you. We're gonna go this way, because we've unlocked that. Laszlo was just a man, and now people are using him as a concept, not a person, a catalyst.
I hate seeing him reduced to this. A face and an idea. He was so much more than that. And now, he's just a meme.
His loss still hurts so much. They could pick anyone else. There's so many things to use as a symbol. That wasn't how Laszlo wanted to die. I don't know if that's how he would want to be remembered. I should ask the others what they think. So that means we're going to be able to play these and these. So this is going to be Nora, and we'll do this. Or we could do this. I remind Ursula of how odd it feels to see Laszlo living in other people's perceptions of him, of the energy at the bar for the last service
Yes.
ever.
I'm glad to have witnessed it. I've been thinking of art and death more than ever. Death of the author, if you will. Just as you interpreted my work in my absence, now Laszlo's work is interpreted in his. We may yearn to make corrections, to add content or nuance, to set the record straight, but things are not as simple as that. When death becomes a matter of public scrutiny, you don't get to choose how people will react. I've chosen to accept that. One can cede control gracefully, or have it taken by force.
I turn to Nora. She runs her hands through her hair and takes a moment to collect her thoughts.
I love that people remember him and love him. And I'm angry too. I hate MK. But putting Grandpa's face on that feeling, I can't do it. At least not now.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll be right back. So we're gonna keep going?
I feel ashamed for not demanding justice or rioting or anything, but I just want to be sad and hope the rage and the outcry will still be there when I'm ready.
Understandable. Understandable.
He didn't want his death to be a public spectacle. We didn't talk about it much, but he knew he was getting older. He knew he'd be gone one day, that I'd be without him.
He planned.
I never imagined it would be like this. I don't know about you guys, but I need more room to grieve. I miss him so much.
Man, that's hard. I feel numb.
I don't really know what to do.
I don't think there is any right way to feel about this.
It's not like anything like this has happened to us before.
Thank you, though, for being honest.
Nora smiles sadly as Ursula touches her arm. Everyone's said their part. The only remaining question for us to answer is, what are we gonna do about the way Laszlo's face is being used politically? Alrighty, so we did not unlock this because I did not go the power route, but we did unlock this. Stay out of the movement. What? No, no, no. I wanted to be a part. Dang it! I should have planned. I did not plan. We could restart the chapter, but I don't want to do all of this again. All I need to do is make 2 different decisions down here. God damn it, and I can't backtrack. Fudge! We'll stay away from the political aspect of it all. We can't stop it, but we won't participate in it.
I can't see his face co-opted like this. It's just way too soon.
I think you're right. I mean, look at us.
I'm looking, it's true. We're all in a state.
How are we supposed to live up to the ideals everyone's placed on him? On us?
Quite. I'll remove the memorial tonight. After dark, of course.
We get why people need time, why they need to express their feelings, and Laszlo's Lake will be open to all. But we won't endorse anything more. This is a deeply personal loss, and we need time together, at least for now. Laszlo's death wasn't a sacrifice made, his life was taken. We don't want the truth of his death diminished. That I like, because it's true. In what happened to him, he was murdered. He was murdered at a protest by MK, and that's on them. Oh, wow. Take a day off from everything. Support the social uprising. Ah, these are the different ways that we could have gone with Yenna. Listen to the crowd. Skate with Nora. So I like that it shows us all of these. I didn't realize we were already in Act 4. Ooh, wait, hang on. Act overview. We're in Act 4. Yeah, we're in Act 4. Okay, so chaos and glory. Rebellion isn't peaceful. The Daigats will stand. And Alma united. But to do that, I need power and bond. I'm already doing really well with truth and bliss. I'm sorry, you two, but I'm not going your route. Maybe another day. For now, it's going to be one of these two. Looks like I really tend to lean into bond, truth, and bliss. That tends to be the way that I go. Mourners come and go, and I can't see anything else. Holy crap! I have never seen so many futures hidden. The only thing's not hidden. No, these are all blocked. I can't look at them at all. This is all hidden. What the heck? It's all hidden. It's nice out tonight, warm but not overbearing. Not a cloud in the sky. My heart's still in pieces, but my head is clearer. The voices are speaking more slowly now. As the gardens come into view, I feel another cramp scrunching itself around my abdomen. Perfect timing. I see a crowd has gathered for the wake. Familiar faces, strangers, people from every echelon of Alma society. I answer the sympathetic looks thrown my way with a smile, and my thoughts return to reverie. Eden cast in red, a familiar place for me now, for better or worse. Truth has been restored, chaos found, and glory rescued. But there's more to do. I still can't see the outcomes of our story.
In this moment, the present is your chief concern.
Thank you, Bond.
It will be painful, but it always is. When many grieve as one, it may hurt less.
I head to the table where Nora and Ursula are sitting, proffering smiles and nods.
I've never seen the Naiads this crowded.
Me neither.
Laszlo was loved by all of us.
She smiles, her eyes glassy. After a few moments of silence, Ursula and Nora drift off to mingle with the mourners. I stay put. I need a moment to gather myself. In my pocket, I feel my phone buzz. I glance down at the screen. It's a text from Yana. Let me know if you need anything. Yana, with all of MK's eyes on them. I hope they're all right. Okay, so because we didn't get Chaos's help, we can't go join everyone. Instead, it's mingle with the crowd. Aren't they both just doing that? But we will not have access to this where Ursula speaks. Ursula's speech. Different choices make different things. I make my way through the mourners, nodding and smiling until I reach Nora and Jade. That means that most likely that Laszlo's death is a point in this story that is fixed. Ursula's there too. My mother and Jade aren't the best of friends, but at least there's no open hostility between them. I'm glad. Nora needs stability right now.
Hi.
Hi.
So many people.
He was loved.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
It hurts to speak about Laszlo in the past tense.
Polly, I have something to ask you, but not now. After the ceremony. If that's all right.
Sure. We'll talk after.
I spy Omar over Jade's shoulder, consoling one of Laszlo's friends from the bar. He noticed me, extracts himself with a final kind word, and wanders over.
These things are always horrible. Sorry, I don't mean to bring down the mood.
It's fine. It really can't get much lower. Are you okay?
It's just brings back a lot of memories, you know. Not my first rodeo.
Alrighty. Choose one of the next two. So no matter what, I have to just play two. So meet Nora, talk with Ursula, chat with Jade, speak with Omar. I think... Let's plan a little. Jade changes Nora's mind. Omar comforts Nora. Omar opens up about grief. Ursula's speech. But that's hidden because we did not share a kiss with Yana on the beach. Time for confrontation. Yeah, so that's locked. And I don't know what comes after that. So, no matter what, we're gonna get either truth, chaos, or truth. We could actually probably, no, because no matter what we do, we're going to open up one of them. Like, this one only goes to the one. So we might be able to talk to Ursula no matter what. This one too, but one of these is going to unlock the others. So this one and this one will unlock the one in the middle. This will unlock that, and this will unlock that. So I think we need to go talk to Nora. Then we'll go talk to Omar. Then we'll go talk. No, we'll have to use something else that's not touching, so that way we can see 3 of them. Jade sees someone she knows. She touches Nora on the shoulder and moves off. I head over instinctively, pulling her into my arms. The tears come naturally. I feel Nora's shoulders shake as she buries her head in my shoulder. It feels good, natural. Neither of us attempt to stem the tide. When we part, she smiles weakly. She wipes her nose on her and her eyes on the end of her sleeve.
Come on, let's find somewhere quiet. Get you a drink.
Okay. Oh, that's locked now. Okay, so we can't do that. We have a choice between here and here. I think we're gonna go here. I kind of want to get a Chaos Stone. Poor Chaos and Glory. I haven't been paying attention to them. Omar looks downcast, but there's something learned in there. But there's something learned in his movements, like he's done all this before. I wander over and squeeze his arm.
Everything okay?
Me? Yeah. Are you okay?
I haven't really thought about it. No.
That was... It was a stupid question. Sorry.
That's stupid.
No, it helps. Really. It's the thought that counts and all that.
Yeah. I never told you about my mum, did I?
I don't think so.
Died when I was small. Dad and my sisters. They're the ones who raised me.
I'm sorry.
I suppose I'm trying to say... I know what it's like. That feeling. The idea of it, anyway. It hits different for everyone. But I know the emptiness at the heart of it. Having your family and friends around you like this, it's the way to go. Sharing the load makes things easier. More bearable. I'm just sorry I couldn't be here before now.
Okay, so that means we're going Chaos's route. Because we can't do any of the others now, they're locked. I look over the wake, the hushed tones of whispered memories and heartfelt condolences seem completely at odds with the men they're talking about. I can't imagine Laszlo striding through the crowd, grumbling loudly about how no one's having enough fun. When I turn back, Omar is chatting with Nora.
Does it get easier?
No. Not really. Time gives you distance, though. A way to look at it more rationally.
That's true.
That's good.
It makes it easier.
Eventually it becomes a part of you. And you stop thinking about it. Like breathing. Or walking.
That is very true.
That's kind of reassuring, actually. I like the idea of his memory being a part of all of us now.
That's exactly it.
Thanks, Omar.
If you ever need to talk, I'll be around.
Yeah. Thank you.
I smile again. And imagine Laszlo smiling too. It's just the way it is. And we can't do any of these. Ursula, speech! I tune out for a moment, letting my mind drift to other things. Atina, Laszlo, Omar. I need to be certain of my choice, that my choices are correct. So much has changed since my return here. Reverie, the aspirations. My idea of the world has shifted. The crystalline chimes of coloring on glass brings me back to my senses. Ursula stands at the head of the hushed crowd. She looks grave but composed. Speech time.
Thank you all for coming here today.
I can't speak for my family, but I know the sight of you gathered here has done me a world of good. So, Laszlo. Laszlo was...
She pauses, her eyes darkening for a moment.
Laszlo was my partner. Laszlo was a parent. Laszlo was the cornerstone of a community. Our community. And he is gone.
Her speech continues. She describes how they met and built a life together, both with young children in tow. But now, I'm not listening. I can't listen. Hearing the past tense used with his name is too much to bear. My mind swirls again, thoughts and feelings coming like a torrent as my knees buckle and I reach instinctively for the corner of a table. No tears, no gulping sobs, just pain. Grief is unpredictable. I feel numb sometimes, and other times incredibly raw. Some days are much better than others, but the lows are the lowest I've ever felt. Nothing will ever be as it was again. It hurts to think about. I feel as if I'm breathing through a straw. So this is locked, unfortunately, but we can go this way. Ursula's still speaking. A ripple of laughter echoes through the crowd. Sniffles, the occasional repressed sobbed. The answers I need aren't here. They aren't in Brittle. It's time to return to Reverie, to confront the aspirations. They owe me, and they'll help me. Or they can find someone else to solve their problems. Alright, a silence. Chaos is going to leave them speechless. My voice will be heard. If I have something to say, then by all means do say it. I need to remember what I'm planning for. Because what crystals I get determine where I go and what I do. And I kind of want to do Alma United, but at the same time, the Naiads will stand. How particular you would choose something other than protecting your family. Feel the anger, the want to fuel the fire and direct it. Focus on the strength you have together. I feel like this one's the most, like this, we're already very strongly on this side, but I feel like if we gather more power and bond, we'll go there. So I think I want to end at a united Alma. Because there's protect the Naiads, incite a riot, chaos is prismatic, truth is optimistic. I feel like I want to go there. I feel like I need to go there. So... Tower bends. I want to see power bend. I close my eyes and the red sky Reverie appears before me. Where only recently I saw nothing but beauty in this landscape, I now feel anger. I've given so much to help the aspirations, and what have I gotten in return? Pain, death, suffering? I know they can hear my thoughts. I know they can feel my anger. The only question is, who will respond? Yeah, who? Hi, Power. Let's see you respond. You bend. I can feel the granite heaviness of power settle over.
Harmony, please, forgive me.
I don't need apologies. I need your help.
Indeed. I realize I have been selfish.
Yay!
I accepted your aid without offering any in return. You have no reason to trust me. I have not earned it. But I will help you in any way I can. We will fight this mono concern through the power of dreams. Do not underestimate the time spent between realms. It shapes the very essence of your kind's existence.
I wanted to see him bend. I wanted to see him realize that, hey, look, you getting angry and taking it out on me was not okay. I open my eyes. Instead of brittle or reverie, I see nothing but the void. Like I've awoken underwater. Strangely, I'm not scared. It's almost calming being here, between the realms. Now there are footsteps, vessels, and voices muffled, like they're coming from above the surface. I can feel the effects of my conversation and reverie rippling outwards. What consequences will it have had? Both will lead to what I'm wanting. But I need a bond crystal and I don't have one. Fudge. I really wanted this one. I didn't plan well enough. Like, back here, I should have done the one that would have gotten me a bond, which is this one. I thought I'd have more opportunities for a bond before I reached this. Because we're already at the end of the act. Problem is we're nowhere near to getting this. I close my eyes again and the sound's clear. I'm back in the garden and the crowd is applauding the end of Ursula's speech. Not just applauding, cheering. Which is odd considering the context. Someone grabs my shoulder.
Didn't you hear?
No, I was away.
You in? Never mind. Listen, Ursula just told everyone. Alma, the whole community. They've launched a class action lawsuit against MK.
What?
Yeah, it was her idea. It might even help the Prescience. Her way of apologizing, I guess.
He beams at me, claps me on the shoulder and moves off. This is a big deal. MK controls the police, the security of apparatus of Atina, but they've never managed to stack the courts. This might actually move the needle a little. Is this happening because of what I said? What I said in Reverie? Truth is there.
The situation pivots once more.
I certainly didn't expect this. Not at all. It's not like my mother to be so community-minded.
Death is the ultimate clarifier. Your mother has changed. The question now is, will you change along with her?
The crowd shifts from cheering to chanting as many people start discussing things at once. Should I make the most of the high energy moment? Oh, it's saying we only have one path we can take. But this will give me a bond crystal. It's not going to give me the ending I'm wanting, but it's going to have to do. I decided to tour the crowd to reconnect with faces of my past. At first it's difficult. Everyone is so excited about Ursula's news that they've clustered in knots of friends. Tight-knit circles with no point of entry. Then someone recognizes me, calls my name, then another person, and another. And soon I'm moving from person to person, introductions and names flowing freely. I learned about the new mutual aid projects, including a community kitchen in the works, where people can share food, appliances, and other resources. Another group of people tells me about their work tracking and repelling drone activity. I'll never remember everyone I just met, but every now and then I see someone I recognize, and I realize how much I've missed this place. Atina, my home. 2 has to happen, and we do not have what we need to make that work. But I do have what I need to do this. Yes. Leading the way, collect 20 power crystals. I spend the rest of the evening talking to locals from here in Alma. They all have stories about the Naiads. How they stayed here as a child, slept here when their homes were repossessed by MK. How they relied on the community kitchen. How it gave them time to get back on their feet. How it was a constant and reminder. A reminder of happier times. Everyone wants to see it open again. When we were forced to close, after Ursula disappeared, and now after Laszlo's death, it felt like a part of the community had been torn out. The question I hear the most often by far is, when will the Naiads open again? I tell them the truth. I don't know. Nora wants to open immediately, Jade too, but I'm not so sure. There are bigger issues at hand. Still, we offer beds to the few people who need them for the night. A small return to normalcy.
Through peace and hardship, the Naiads remains a vital organ within Alma.
It's a serviceable headquarters as well. Though I would not call it a...
It need not be a
struggle.
fortress. This place will persist as long as it brings people together.
Yeah, that's true.
Life has been stolen from the Naiads. But life has also returned.
Indeed. Wars are not often won or waged by individuals.
This is an organism in itself, Harmony. One which must be nurtured.
I agree.
Keep its blood pumping.
There's talk of more protests tomorrow, fueled by the news of the lawsuit. We will see what morning brings, but for now, I'm happy to be here with our community. I think we're out of the depressing stuff, guys. I think we're moving forwards. The night is over, and what a night. Somehow I sense that it is the beginning of the end. Whatever path I choose, whatever future I decide, Reverie is almost healed, and the aspirations are back at their full powers. Whatever choices I make, I need to be certain. That's for sure. Unfortunately, Glory and Chaos are kind of falling behind on the wheel. I need to slowly bring them up, but it's not what I'm wanting to do right now. After what happened between me and the aspirations, Power and Bond are determined to act. I can feel it. They will shape the world according to what I do.
Unite all of Alma. Our community is essential.
This will give me a glimpse of what they could do with their powers if they were chosen as the heart. Fatigue has lowered my defenses. My mind is an open book. Bond and Power can surely tell how exhausted I am.
It will be done. For now, all you must do is rest.
It will soon be the time for action, but not yet. Save your strength for the struggle ahead.
We are nowhere near done this game, apparently. An official investigation into MK has just been opened. Who knows where it will lead us? Outside, there's a march starting. It's all boiling over Laszlo's death, freeing the press against the MK's inhumane policies. I watch the people set out. I hear them chanting "No more" as they close on Central Atina. I hear them working to block the streets. With these barricades, Alma is cutting itself off from the rest of the island. Crap. My heart is with them. They have to be the force changing the world. Sirens scream all night long. Gunshots tear the stillness apart. The future is so uncertain.
Harmony. You are on the right path to understanding who we truly are.
Whatever's waiting for me outside
has been in motion for centuries.
Power's heavy hand brushes past my shoulder and... Look at that! So Bliss went up to 31. He's gone up to 25. He's at 67. Man, I keep going towards Bond. I think I like the idea of the community and the community being together. Truth is at 37. You can tell who my favorites are. Chaos is at 17. And Glory has 1. She has 1. So, I guess I gotta work on Glory and Chaos a little bit, but I'm doing what I can. What's wrong, Chaos? Ah, that was Bliss. That's power. Chaos wasn't there at all. Like, Chaos was there, but he wasn't represented by anybody. He's never been represented by anybody. Nobody's ever chosen him. Except for Ursula, who never got to make him the heart. Behind our every move, walking in our footsteps, the aspirations have always been there. They guided us, showed us the way, their way. The visions I had proved one thing. The world is almost ready to change, and I must be too. The circle of aspirations is complete again. Very soon, it will be time to put an end to all of this and choose a new heart. Oh boy. A heart to lead future generations, to lead the world. I won't be choosing only for Atina or myself. Sorry. There are many things at stake, many lives. And after everything we've been through...
This is it. And I can't do it alone.
I need all the help I can get. Act 5! Oh boy. A brand new day. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at that. That's the biggest tree I've seen yet. I open my eyes and roll out of the sweltering cocoon of bed sheets.
Wow. It's already so hot.
Something's off with the climate, as if the heat never left the air, or our walls, or our sidewalks, or our bodies. Not even in the dead of night. I stretch and rub my face, starting in on my morning routine.
Oh, come on. You can do it.
This kind of mundane ritual comes as a kind of relief, but it won't last. It's been a couple of days since the operations told me they bring a change to the world. It's almost time for me to fulfill my role. In the meantime, I have things to take care of before the Naiads comes to life. The place is now home to dozens of Prescients. After leaving MK's clutches, a lot of them have had nowhere else to go. Nora welcomed them with open arms, and Ursula played along. It's nice seeing the Naiads so busy again. I just wish it was under better circumstances.
All right. Let's do this.
Take on your own. As I leave my room, I hear them chanting, screaming, a buzz like angry bees surrounding an interloper, the protesters. Ever since Ursula drew up the lawsuit, there has been a pro-MK presence outside the Nadias. Today, there are more of them than usual. There are signs, megaphones, and the occasional camera drone. Not the best start to a morning I've ever had. They're at war with each other. Oh, these ones are locked. The Naiads stayed out of the fight. Revolutionary has spread and divided Atina. But I chose this way, which means all of that has been taken off. So like let's take a look at what this has done. We don't have access to those, so this entire line of what could have happened, that future, it's gone. We don't have access to it. But we will in another playthrough. It's been almost a week since the protesters decided we'd be better off without MK. Since then, the neighborhood has become the Alma commune. Every day we support each other and fight. As long as MK is the government on Atina, we can't expect any concessions if we surrender now. Perhaps the trial will bring peace. Until then, the streets are blocked and surveilled. Surveilled? Tri-vids and phones are a rare sight now, and their activity is surely monitored by MK software. I heard no news of Yana. In retaliations to the I should have had her come and see us. In retaliation to the insurrection, MK has raised the costs of water and electricity for the entire island. Their reasoning is that recent events in Atina have put our infrastructures on tension. As such, we are obligated to adapt the pricing of our services. But we know no one forces them to do anything. It is a punishment and nothing else to put the blame on us. Only by pooling all our resources are we managing to buy time and get everyone what they need. Food supplies is the hardest part, especially since the sea is so polluted it is not safe to eat the fish. There's an association managing everything. Everyone participates, and each according to their ability. I'm gonna snooze that ad for a minute. According to their ability, to each according to their needs. I have to go there to make sure we're all set. We need to play our role. We're the Oracle. Nora is waiting for me, but Omar comes to me first. He looks
Polly,
serious.
news. Jade's bringing people in today. She's asking for you. She needs your powers to keep everyone safe.
Jade is leading help into Alma. From elsewhere in Atina. They're bringing the food and supplies we need to keep fighting MK. This is unexpected timing.
I'll be there.
I guess I don't have much choice now. Alrighty. Nora needs my help. She's taking care of the precedents. Send Omar to help. I think no matter what, bring the precedents, medicine. Jade's mission for the day. I think we'll go here. We'll go see Nora ourselves. We need to go help. While Omar leaves, I check on Nora to see if everything's okay.
The Prescients aren't doing well. They're weak from what MK and Ursula did. They're underfed too, and they badly need medicine, painkillers, anything to help them recover. Can you bring some? Oh, and when you see Jade, make sure nothing happens to her. To anyone. Alright?
I'll do my best.
She opens her arms and wraps me in a quick and heartfelt hug. My sister has really taken her duty to the precedents to heart. Yeah, so they were raised as sisters, but technically it's aunt and granddaughter. Aunt and niece, I guess. Okay, so we have this, but we don't have a bliss crystal, so we can't do that. So we go to Nora's mission. I really wanted to be able to do that. But when you start a chapter, like, you don't have a lot of spots where you can, like, gather the crystals ahead of time. It's a lot harder. I head out to meet Jade. She's exactly where she said she'd be, and waves as I hurry over. We chat a bit about Nora and how she's doing the Naiads and how the Prescients have settled in. Then we move to
a
the
new
topic
batch
at
of
hand.
people want to cross over. Every day, more people want to try to switch sides and join us, hoping things will get better if we win.
She falls silent and gestures for me to follow her into a covered alley. We duck in, and then I hear it, a high-pitched whirring overhead. The sound hovers in place for a few seconds before moving along. The pitch warps as it flies out of earshot.
Those drones aren't supposed to be out until nightfall. We should be careful. Soldiers are everywhere too. See, this is why I asked for you. We have people on MK's side of town willing to help us, but that won't prevent things from going south.
I have some errands to run. Perhaps I can find something to help.
Maybe, but be careful. Don't get sidetracked. Every minute counts.
Okay. So that's in 6 turns. From the looks of it, we can do this and this. Alma, Charity, Infiltrate, MKs. We might be able to do both. So long as we don't reach that. We need to continue forwards, no matter what. I head out into the city. There's a collection of stores that provide for those in need. There's no catchy name, it's just called the Association. It's our only hope right now. I mean, Laszlo's garden can feed a few of us, but not the crowd we're currently dealing with. As I approach the first shop, I feel embarrassed. The other people here look in far worse shape than I do. Shame washes over me. Everything the association provides to me is something it can't provide to them. How did things end up like this? Not just for me, but for everyone here. Atina is a wealthy enough place, modern. There should be more than enough to go around. A drone buzzes overhead in counterpoint to my own conclusion. There's enough to go around, but those on top have to take it for their own. I grind my nails into my palms, gulp down my emotions, and step forward. I mostly need food and medicine, but those things are rationed as much as possible. Okay. Ask for food. Maybe get some I think we should get some precipitation. Okay, what am I at for this? 5 turns. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then I'm gonna hear the gunshots. Oh man, I need to be careful. I need to be careful! Nora's told me about the debilitating effects of the MK's research has had on some of the Prescients. Migraines, balance issues, stomach ulcers, lingering side effects, pain. Medicine, that's my priority. The woman behind the counter smiles warmly as I arrive at the head of the queue. She inquires about my day lightly, gently. She knows not to pry. I smile and reel off some general platitudes. When she asks what I need, I point to the medicine cabinet. Nora will be glad to know that we at least have something to help the Prescients. Which means, can I go? I can go back and do this. I head back to the Naiads, the medicine in my bag, reassuringly heavy. When I get back, I remember we had some headache pills in the bathroom. Certainly couldn't hurt to offer them to the Prescients, given all they've been through. I rifle through the drawers and pull out some old prescriptions long since past their expiration dates. In one box, I spot antihistamines for Laszlo's coconut allergy. I still can see his face. Of all things to be allergic to, it had to be my favorite food. He was pissed. You could always tell when his cravings got the better of him when he emerged from the kitchen covered in hives. Complaining about his luck, I shake the thought from my head, not the time. I find the meds I look for stuffed behind a misplaced bag of baking soda. None of this will cure the Prescients of their symptoms, but it should help with the pain. Okay, we did that. We have 3 more turns. Okay. I can't just take and not give something in return, so we'll give something back in return, and then we'll go and infiltrate. I ask if there's anything they need. I brought anything I could think of if we could spare. The woman smiles again and assures me it's not necessary. I insist in turn. She looks over the items I brought with me, tools, toys, a few trinkets. There's a large portion of my childhood in these bags. I swallow any clinging nostalgia. I don't need them anymore, but someone else might. She takes the toys for the children, she says, and a few tools. Her roof is leaking, she tells me, and this will help. I feel better. Now I know. Now I can fool myself into thinking that this was a trade rather than a charity. It's a lie, but a convenient one. Okay. We have 1 turn left. That means that we have to do something else. We have to try and stop. Oh. I had to get to the new residence first. Crap. I screwed up. The new residents are gonna die. We're not that far in, so I think we're gonna restart the chapter. Normally I stick to my choices, but I really, really, really did not want the new residents to die. So I'm gonna go deal with that first, cut that off, and then we can go deal with the other stuff. Oh my god. Ah! Okay. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Ah! We'll skip through what we've already read, because we have read through it. So we've read through this. Well, I'm gonna set it to auto text so that way it just goes through and it jumps. Oh, hey, look, I can jump it myself. Let me go. Let me go. Let me do what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I'm gonna make choices that are similar. Okay, I know that will be cut off because of my choices. I need to make sure that I infiltrate the MK's section. And then we'll go do everything else.
Polly.
I'll be there.
Okay. So, first, we're gonna go see Nora. We're gonna make the same choice. We're not gonna change anything except for one thing. And that is, we're not gonna wait until the last second to go deal with, to go and stop that. God dang it. Okay, go. Come on. Let me go. We'll go get the new residents and then we'll go get the medication.
I have maybe.
But I need to stop the gunshots. I need to stop people from dying. Please let me stop people. Oh, within moments, Jade and her few supporters have cleared a hole for me. No, stop. Stop. Although I can fit, it's not comfortable. Asphalt scrapes my knees and palms. Cold concrete presses in on me. I crawl through the tiny passage. New Alicia. Broke in. Need to get people. And if Yana's in there? I scan the area. There are soldiers here, a few hibernating drones, but nothing out of the ordinary. I report back to the others as the group's seeking passage emerges from the shadows on the MK side of the barricade. Okay, we need... Oh, but that means I can't get the medicine! Okay, how many? I have 5 turns now. I have dealt with this, which means this is open now. So that means I can at least do this. That's 3, 4, 5. No, I need to do it in 4. So I can't do this. I gotta go to there. So yeah, we'll make sure to get the medication to them, and then we'll go and do that. I head out into the city. There's a collection of stores. Yeah, we've done all this. Come on. Let me get the medication. So I'm still making similar choices to before. It's just we're being smart about it. We're not going to be able to make a trade though. We will have time though to do this. And then I will check after this as to whether or not we have access, like whether or not we'll have time to do one more thing. Okay, so I have 2 turns left before this unlocks. So that means technically we can do this, and then we could go over here. So let's do it. We've done this. And that's about to unlock. Crap! I thought I had 2. It said 2 more turns. Timer, 1 more turn. Why is it locked? Because I have to do 1 more of these. No! All that work. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. Quick bathroom break. Go get your teas, your coffees, your snacks, whatever you need. We will be right back. Okay, and we are back. So I made that mistake again. So we're gonna restart again. I now know where that last one needs to be. Okay, but we will make sure that we do everything correctly this time, and that we don't make mistakes. Okay. We'll fast forward through what we've seen. We gotta make sure that we do 2 things, so... Come on. Is there no skip option? There we go. Okay, so we're gonna jump to here. I do still want to at least pick up the medication, but I need to... I'm running into a problem.
Polly.
I'll be there.
Because if we do 1, 2, 3, but then we don't have anything. We need 2 bond crystals or a truth crystal. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to do one of these, otherwise I don't unlock it. But I don't have any of the crystals to be able to do that. So that means that I need to go up here or here, but it would mean not getting this. Oh no. Yeah, I know. Because these are blocked. I don't have enough to go through these. Which means this is gonna happen no matter what I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, because after I reach... Once I hit 2, it unlocks the following one. So it's on 1 that it goes, so I have 5 prior to that to start it. We might have to send Omar instead. Or just deal with the gunshots. I'm probably gonna have to deal with the gunshots.
Hey, that we... Oh.
I'll do...
I really wanted the bliss thing, but there's no way to make it work.
New every day. Those soldiers that we have...
I have some...
Maybe, but be careful.
So yeah, I can't just do that and do that because I need to open up 2 of them, which requires me going in here to deal with it. Because either I already have 1 bond crystal, so all I need to do is either get the second one there or get the bliss crystal. Or do 1, 2, but then that means that I can't go back and do this. I might not have a choice but to deal with the gunshots. I really wanted to cancel out the gunshots, but the only way to do it is if I ask for food, and then I can unlock that. Unless I do this, and then one of these, but then this gets canceled out because of this. Because I'm in a time limit for this, and there is no way to do this to stop that in order to ensure that. So I'm gonna have at least the one unlocked. There's only 2 more turns. And I have to do one of these to unlock this. Oh, I don't have a choice. It's the only way to get it done. It's not open yet, but that will unlock it. I don't have a choice. Oh, I can't. Oh my god. I'm surprised MK didn't shut it down. So were the organizers, they tell me, but it's probably too small for MK to even notice. Okay, a group of Ammo locals gather money to help us take care of the Prescience and manage after Laszlo's death. It's not much, but it's enough to help. They set up a page using MK's crowdfunding portal. It's hard not to laugh at the irony. I'm surprised MK didn't shut it down. I can't thank them without crying. They hold me and these strangers until my crying stops shaking. We'll manage thanks to them. I've unlocked 2 inevitables. I have to do this one first. I took too long. Echoes a gunshot fired too close for comfort. People are fighting. We don't have the power to calm the situation. We don't have the power to hold out indefinitely against MK either. Have we been betrayed? Was this a trap? We can't know for sure, but we have to act now and hope for the best. Ah, damn it, I took too long. Oh, but that's locked. Okay, so that inevitable is locked, but we can see it. We head out to one of the many barricades that have gone up across the island. I'm not sure what we're doing until Jade flashes a series of hand signs. This is weird because, like, we've already gone over. Apparently I'm not hiding my intent as well as I imagine. Jade places a hand on my shoulders as she slips the man an envelope. A few minutes later, he's back with several bags of supplies, a wicked grin on his face. I think he's imagining how he'll profit from this deal. The handoff is quick and it's tense. We open the barricade just long enough for them to pass. Just as people close it, the MK private militia crashes against it in full gear. People run to brace it up. Jade and Omar are furious.
That was less than ideal.
Sloppy. That was a real risk.
Before we can say more, the crowd seethes, displacing us with another rush to the barricade. After a few minutes, Yana emerges from their midst and approaches me.
Dude, what a day. Up for a hug?
Yes, please. But quickly.
One brief but very tight hug later.
Feels stupid to ask, but how's everything?
Not great.
Right. Gotcha.
We do have plenty of space at the Naiads, at least. They're always open to you, you know.
Oh, me? Well, what will the neighbors say?
Her smile mischievously. At least something positive came out of all this. That's true. I needed 3 truth crystals to realize this. I return home with a couple of people who need a place to stay. Yana is one of them. As we travel, we make sure to stay out of sight of all of the Jones. Ursula meets us as we enter
Good
the
to
Naiads.
see everyone here in one piece.
Mother, you remember Yana? They'll be staying here as well.
At last we meet again. Do make yourself at home, Yana. Your assistance has been very much appreciated.
Thanks. I try.
I smile at Yana out of character of formality. They notice they elbow me gently in the ribs. While Yana and the others get settled, I start to work, doing small tasks here and there. I want to make myself useful, help everyone here. Oh, man. Nora keeps me company as I roam the Naiads, giving me a running commentary on what I missed while I was out. She holds my flashlight a few times too. By the end of the night, I'm exhausted. I feel a sense of accomplishment. We made it through another day. Okay, so pray that everyone will return safely tomorrow. Start, or how will you share the truth and organize now? Oh, we've unlocked this too. Actions have consequences. My heart aches that people are suffering because of us, but MK is at the root of it all. The coming days will be harsh, but people who are generous to us don't regret it. But unless something miraculous happens, the situation can only get more desperate. How long can we help each other before we have to make an impossible choice? Okay. Now, are we going to do attack on the block or more repression? How will you share the truth? How will you share the truth and organize now? It's not hard to feel. Oh, we're gonna have to do both of these. They're inevitables. They're both accessible. That night, MK booms an announcement throughout every loudspeaker across the island. All of Atina will be punished for the existence of the Alma commune. There will be a curfew. Every person outside after 8:30 p.m. will be arrested. Gatherings of more than 8 persons in public space are now forbidden, no exceptions. The police will be authorized. Oh, jeez, fuck. This is bad. The police will be authorized to control every individual they deem suspect, arrest them, or engage their service weapons if needed. In other words, martial law. They don't realize they're creating more resentful people. Oops. Or do they just not care? I guess when you're willing to crush human lives under your boots, you don't have any moral fiber left. And we don't have any choice but to do this one. We're losing a lot of truth, but during the day, we can all hear the gunfire and the shouting. People are fighting and attacking the barricades to defend them. The overall energy at the Naiads is somber and reserved. Nora and Yana feeling guilty, trying to lighten the mood, and Ursula eventually joins in. Nora can sometimes bring that out in her. When Omar and Jade return, they're short of breath, clearly exhausted.
Back. In one piece, though it was a near thing.
It was ugly out there today.
They don't say it, but I can hear it nonetheless. I should have been done better. I feel bad. Everyone's a bit stunned by the day. We drift around like ghosts, processing everything that's just happened. It's hard not to think that this is our fault. Nora and Ursula have been considering how to keep helping the Prescients, and Jade and Omar are wondering how to keep bringing people and the supplies
At
into
this
Alma.
rate, I'm even willing to say a prayer. Not certain who will hear it, especially with the revelation of Reverie. But it can't hurt.
Soon, Omar will have to open his shop for the day. Money's still needed. Yana wants to help as well, but it's clear that they're not quite at ease here yet. We have a little chat. It's nothing deep, but I can tell that they have something on their mind they aren't telling me about, but I can give them time. If they need to tell me anything, they know where I am. The more people work together, the more I feel warmth returning to the Naiads. We may not have a lot, but it's enough. MK won't stop. And if Alma surrenders, MK won't be kind to those who stood against it. Somehow, we have to keep challenging them. As if we're not overwhelmed enough, I remember there's still a lot to do today. Terracing, change a light bulb, move furniture around to make some more space. Small stuff, but it adds up. Okay. I am so exhausted. It feels like an eternity since I came back to Atina to look for Ursula. Things have only become more complex and uncertain since then. I just wanted to shower and sleep, and there's one last thing I should probably do. Meet the aspirations. No doubt they expect to hear from me directly at this point. If I try to sleep, strange dreams will wake me before I can manage any rest. Dreams of mangrove roots, of chiptunes, of rippling water and colorful flames. No time like the present. I cradle my medallion between my hands. Okay. I'm not that close to Yana. Shit. We haven't been able to get close to her. I should have done things to get close. E.T. I should have gotten closer to her. Reverie is holding his breath against what's to come. I think of what's happened already, and I think of how certain the future is in both of our realms.
How are you feeling?
To be honest, horrible. Drained.
Laszlo's dead, Yana's being targeted by MK, Jade has been taking risk, Ursula's determined to go to war, Nora's in danger, Omar's struggling. Atina's eyes are on us, but I can't help but wonder how much of this is my fault. I'm starting to wonder if I should just stop. But that's wishful thinking. I've felt these doubts before. The only way to the future is forward. But I'm hurting, we're all hurting, and I need the aspirations to care. If I can't tell them how I feel, how can I make the choices I need to make? Okay. Stop talking. Talk about Revere. Open up about Brittle. I need to open up to the aspirations about what's going on in Brittle. It's affected me more than I can
We're
cope with.
mourning Laszlo. MK is targeting us, and they're hurting almost everyone on the island. They've tortured the Prescients. All over Atina, people are in pain, and they're hurting each other. Brittle is doing badly. And Reverie hasn't helped as much as I hoped.
Such a situation requires more than hope.
Well, at least I tried.
This is our oracle. We must not dismiss her concerns.
Thank you, Bond. Bond being like, hey, can you, like, listen to her? Aspirations manipulated me, tried to pressure me. They keep talking and talking inside my skull, pulling me into their reality whenever they see fit. They hurt each other, they lie, they trapped in an endless contest. As these thoughts race through my mind, I make no effort to keep them private. I let them see, let them understand.
All of you, you're not good for each other, or your own world. The terrible vision I saw told me that much. Are our realms really meant to be symbiotic?
Hold up. What are you saying?
Oh, this is why they say to never meet your heroes, darling. It's natural to be disillusioned.
You're correct that Reverie is imperfect and fallible. Indeed, brittle in its way. Your skepticism is not unwarranted, but neither is it productive at this stage.
They all look at me somberly. It's like a cold shower.
You have expressed doubts in the past, but we see now that we failed to cast them away.
Aspirations are not gods, nor are we omniscient. We have our limitations as humans do.
There's gotta be something we can still do, right? To make it even?
If Reverie is forsaken, Brittle will never endure.
Desperation oozes through every word and every pause and silence. They're trying to make me
This isn't the end, darling.
So many voices, so many ideas, all collected without harmony. They talk like they're afraid that if they let up for a moment, I'll leave.
It's up to her.
Thank you, Chaos. The moment has to come. If I decide to leave, I'll forsake the role of Oracle. I'll break the link between Reverie and Brittle. If I stay, I'll be placing my fate and that of my family in the hands of the aspirations. This is a choice that will change the future permanently. There's no going back. I'll leave? Or I'll stay. Let's stay. Let's do it. They've eased my worries, at least
All
for
right.
now.
I've decided. I'll stay.
I can't say I know exactly what you're going through, but you have my sympathy, darling. I was MK's prisoner and I was freed. I see you yearn for your freedom as well. You may yet find it here.
At least, I'm not alone.
I have a family, a community, in Atina and in Reverie. Yeah, if she left, she would have been like gone. She would have gone back to her old life as a medical student, doing everything she possibly could. So that's this ending. We still have like all of these things to explore over here. Okay, I don't know what the end of the chapter, like the act, is going to be. There is nothing there. Let's see. Let's see. We did finish Act 4 though. There's so much noise in my head these days. Ursula's MK lawsuit, the aspirations urging me to choose a heart, the potential future laid out before me like a board game. Everyone else is so nervous too. Stepping outside the Naiads, a group of Prescients have suggested we take a walk and head to the beach. Maybe a good idea. Take everyone's thoughts off all that's happened, but my mind is elsewhere. As everyone's getting ready to go,
I think now is a good time to try boosting morale. Right before battles, great leaders often tell stories or make influential speeches.
I'm not a leader, and definitely not a great one.
May I remind you that you're the only one in touch with Reverie? Your scope of action is much larger than everyone else's. I don't doubt that it's uncomfortable, but people look to you for a reason.
I don't know how to answer that. I nod along as he produces a scrap of paper from his jacket and shows me a fragment of text. It's a brief excerpt from an old Oxian legend, just 4 lines.
It's about the darkest days of Atina, a time when the Oxion civilization was on the brink of collapse. I think we should try sharing it with people.
Someone is calling us from outside. It's time to go. I think that's a good idea, actually. Okay, so we only have this one unlocked. This one does not. Step away from being Harmony. Step away from being Harmony. Stepping away from being Harmony. 2 choices, and there's not a lot. But you go down this path, and there's a lot. Let's dive in. By the time we step outside, the crowd has begun to drift toward the beach. It's gratifying seeing everyone together after all that's happened. The wind picks up a little, carrying the chatting and the laughter far and wide. The poem Omar gives me is abstract. From what I can make out of it, it speaks of the dark days for Atina, but also for Reverie.
There was a war? In Reverie?
Apparently. It doesn't go into details, but it seems the fall of the Oxion culture set something off across the divide. The aspirations turned on each other. It was quite brutal, it seems.
They never told me.
I guess they didn't want to heap any more pressure on you.
Me?
You. The Oracle. They couldn't find a way to end the conflict, so they created the first Oracle. In turn, the Oracle chose a new heart, and the war ended.
He smiles, then an almost wistful gleam in his eyes, something like nostalgia.
Of course, until this week, I thought it was all a metaphor. A parable on trust or something.
Turns out, it's reality. There's a giggle at the back of my mind, and chaos appears strident.
And here I was, thinking all copies of that little ditty were destroyed. I'll have to tell Power. It'll send him loopy.
Omar sighs, gently plucks the paper from my hand and
It ends with the aspirations vowing to help Atina in return for the Oracle's aid. Sounds familiar.
I see what you're doing.
Me?
You. Maybe it would do everyone some good. To hear that what we're going through has happened before, and that everything turned out okay.
That's why stories exist, right? Community. A way to share experiences and to shape the collective imagination.
Chaos being like, I'm gonna go tell Power because it's gonna drive him nuts.
To inspire.
We've reached the beach. There's a good amount of people here. It's easy to forget how many there are at the Naiads, with all its rooms and hidey holes. But spread out before us. Yeah, that's a lot of people.
You coming?
Yeah. Just give me a minute.
I take his hand and pull the Oxian poem loose.
I think I'm going to go straight to the source on this one.
He huffs in a playful jealousy before removing his loafers and setting out across
Come
the
on.
sand.
I know you're there.
Oh, no fair. You cheated. All those powers of yours.
Oracle? Comes with a title. You were listening?
Only a bit. Well, a lot.
Want to tell me about it?
I don't know. The others might get all moody. They don't like talking about it. It's all ancient history this, and water under the bridge that.
I look out across the beach. There are few fires going now, but there's a sense of restlessness, a fidgety tension. The laughter from earlier has
Then
ceased.
again, perhaps a story might not be the worst idea.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Time to be inspirational. Alrighty. Oh, this one's inevitable, but it looks like we could play at least 2 of them. So, there was nothing. Chaos, really. Let power speak. Let Bond tell the story. Let's see. I decided to just roll with it, play it by ear. With help, of course. Omar gathers the crowd together. With waving arms and a fair amount of theatrics, he tells them that I'm going to speak. I'm going to tell a story. They actually seemed excited.
The stage is yours.
He steps aside flamboyantly, and I move to the head of the group. There are really a lot of people
Hi,
here.
everyone. And so, this is an old Oxion story that, well, I think it might be just what we all need right now.
Oh, let me tell it. Do go on. I'm ever so good.
Fine, I think. We just need something inspirational, something pragmatic.
Pragmatic is my middle name. Not really, of course. It's Suzanne.
What? What?
At first, there was nothing.
As starts go, this is absolute. This is pretty absolute.
First, there was nothing.
Very nice, good diction. There was nothing for a very long time indeed. And then, there was me. Chaos was born!
I repeat the line, editing on the Who.
The first aspiration born from humanity. You see, we're not creators, we're not gods. We're concepts. Your concepts, made real by the collective subconscious.
My audience feels a little confused about where this is going, but it's too late to back out
As the first Homo sapiens looked out into the world, all they saw was chaos, unrest, freedom, unlimited possibility. From that possibility came me.
There's a hint of pride there that they were the first.
I helped them make sense of the world, embrace the limitless, appreciate the boundless potential.
Then I came along.
I stumble over my words, restarting the sentence and rephrasing Bliss's addition to the
I
tale.
taught humanity how amazing community could be. How sticking together made everything a little bit nicer, you know?
That's why we saw them in the order that we did. We saw chaos, then bliss, then power, then bond, then truth, then glory. Glory is the youngest of her siblings, despite being the tallest.
Every time you lot take a new turn, one of us lot is born.
Chaos and bliss, the first aspirations. It's hard to imagine a time when all humanity had was freedom and happiness.
And for a long time, it was just the two of us, wasn't it, you little gremlin?
That's right. I was the warm fire after a hunt, or a newborn's first squeal.
And I was the growl in the night, the open plain ready to be explored.
The crowd are back on board. Some are even leaning in to hear me
And
better.
after that, well...
Well, indeed. Things may have gotten a little out of hand.
I opened my eyes. I hadn't even realized I had them closed. Everyone's silent. Everyone's looking at me. Chaos and bliss are there. So are all the rest. Whose version of the story do I want to tell? So now it comes down to, do I let Bond speak or do I let Power speak? Can I do both? I wonder if I can do both, because that's not inevitable, so we might be able to get away with both. I trust Bond to tell the empathetic version of the story, the version everyone could use right now.
War of the Aspirations. It began... I cannot say how it began. Several have claimed the title of instigator, but the first blood was drawn between chaos and power.
That doesn't surprise me.
In a sense, it was inevitable. By our very nature, we attract opposition. Chaos desired greater freedom for reverie, and so they hoped to abolish the heart. Power disagreed.
Could have seen that coming.
His army lay siege to the labyrinth of chaos.
Army? Power mentioned something about an army before.
With enough egregor, we are able to conjure familiars, or split ourselves into 1,000 willing facets. Power used both. But chaos laid their traps well, and their trickery ate away at power's advance. They say truth is often the first casualty of war. And so it almost was for us. They attempted to break the deadlock, on whose side I cannot recall, and they paid a heavy price. For my own part, I tried to stem the tide of hostility, but no one would listen. Those were dark days indeed.
He sighs and falls silent. I'm not sure what to say. Before I come to any conclusion, I see Glory fade into view.
It was rather horrid. You saw what happened. When you rescued me from that misery pit and removed the Heart of Reverie, all hell broke loose. We were all afraid it was only a matter of time until the fighting broke out again.
Reverie and Brittle are mirrors. The state of one affects the other.
So Brittle is in a really bad position right now, which leaves Reverie in a really bad position.
And in the island of Atina, we found the keystone between the two realms. Was it we who caused the downfall of the Oxyons? Or was it the waning of their culture that forced us to war? Impossible to know. The bond between our realms is not a single strand.
Copper.
But an endless sea of connections.
Both dimensions are in a bad way right now, that's for certain. But where did the downturn start this time? With us and my mother's meddling, or the aspirations themselves? Was it MK or me?
That whole mess and this one are perfect examples of why we needed an oracle. When you can't rely on causality, at least you can get a second opinion.
Someone to choose the heart. Someone to help shape the direction of Reverie.
Someone to become the heart behind the heart. An observer and a guide.
Worked out pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, until you were taken advantage of. Ah, so we can't do this one. Alright, but we can do this. Nora nudges me in the ribs.
Go on then. You've got them in the palm of your what's-it. Don't lose them. Maybe talk about the first Oracle. What were they like? Why did they choose who they chose?
Chaos interjects with a burst of laughter and jerks their thumb towards the other aspirations.
Good luck with that. Can't imagine you getting anything worth repeating out of this bunch. Or at least nothing coherent. Everyone's got an opinion.
It's like our story, isn't it? We did our part. Now it's up to you to bring it home.
I don't know how this story ends.
It doesn't end. No stories end. They just peter out. Look, I can tell you this much. For every cycle of humanity, each time there's a big old change in your world, a new aspiration is born.
We're well overdue for a new one. Like, really, it's been ages.
So this is gonna result in a new one. Have we really settled? Is this all humanity will ever be? I want to tell the crowd about the oracles, what they mean, what they're meant to do. I'm not sure how to go on. Wing it or try to find out what really happened. Okay, so this is blocked to us, which is Ask Omar. I didn't ask his aspirations to protect the Naiads. What would Laszlo have said? Am I next? Ask the crowd's opinion. Now I want to see. That will unlock that. What was supposed to unlock this? Use the necklace. Okay. It unlocks that, which is a secret. Am I next? Let's do that. We are the Oracle. What are the aspirations trying to tell me here? You are literal hope. Well, if they want me to wing it, I'll wing it.
The truth is, I don't know what happened next. I don't know what the Oracle is meant to represent. I guess we have to make up our own story from here on out.
Omar moves to stand beside me. He's here to help, and after checking for permission, he addresses the
Oxion
crowd.
writings tell of a final oracle. A chosen one, for lack of a better term. Their deities, the aspirations Polly spoke of. All of them were waiting for this final piece of the puzzle.
Ursula steps
They
up.
called this oracle Harmony.
That's us. We're the next aspiration. Jesus Christ. Called it. Called it. Called it. We're gonna be the aspiration of Harmony. My heart sinks.
They referred to every oracle this way, hoping against hope that this time the title would stick. Hoping for the moment an oracle would become one of them. An aspiration.
Called it. Now my heart is beating like a stem, hammering, trying to pound its way out of my chest. A wave of nausea washes over me. What's wrong with me? Fudge! I was not expecting this ending. What? What? What about Yana? No. What did I choose? I decided to consult the aspirations. Wait a minute, where's the red sky? There's no red sky. Okay, I decided to consult the aspirations despite their reluctance to dictate the end of this story. I just hope I don't look too odd back in Brittle. I open my eyes and they're all
Who
waiting.
were the oracles? How did you choose them? Did you even choose at all? What do you want from me? Really?
For you to become the new heart. Silence that follows is heavy, laced with unspoken thoughts. I see a few gathered figures cast anxious glances at one another.
So, nothing's changed, has it? I'll have to figure this out by myself.
I close my eyes again, imagining myself back in
Harmony, wait!
My eyes fly
Don't
open.
call me that!
The truth is, we chose the first oracle out of desperation.
We needed them.
We needed their guidance.
We needed an end to the war. An end we were unable to bring about ourselves.
So, that's all they were? At all?
Initially, yes.
But then, well, we realized you're all right, you lot. Humanity.
You may not believe this, but it turned out we'd been so obsessed with our own affairs that we'd completely overlooked everything in Brittle.
And so the arrangement became permanent, and the oracles became a guiding hand on the rudder of reverie.
Not leaders, but advisors.
Major domos.
Producers.
Friends!
But what about me? What do you want from me?
That, I'm afraid, is up to you. What kind of oracle you choose to become is not up to us. It is the very nature of the agreement that you continue as your own person.
Right? Right.
I close my eyes and I'm back in Brittle. I'm getting the hang of this now, hopping between realms. The time pauses easily as I hop back and forth between Brittle and the sanctuaries. My audience is watching.
In that case, I'm going to be...
Spiritual, empathetic, ambitious. And we get to pick 2. And then we get to pick a 3rd one, which is building the maze, building the nexus, building sanctuaries. And then we have no choice but to do this, which is Nora and Jade whisper. Yenna and Ursula interrupt. I do not have that because I did not take things further with Yenna. And then I have offering from Revere, an offering from Atina, secret ally, a necklace, gift of the prescience, a secret, unlimited strength, a sense of wisdom. Oh god, what is gonna happen to us? I don't know what to do. I don't know. Oh my god, they're all separated. This is about me choosing the heart, isn't it? And there's one that we can't see. Okay. Let's be empathetic. I close my eyes for a moment before addressing the
As
crowd
the
again.
Oracle, I want to be empathetic. As the Oracle, I want to feel what others feel and consider how others will react. Every decision must be for the benefit of the many, not the few.
People are smiling and there are a few claps. Okay. Now there is ambitious, but I'm kind of leaning more towards the spiritual. I suck down a huge gulp of air.
I will be dedicated to causes greater than myself. Previous oracles were peacemakers, decision makers. I want to look further than that. I want to look at the whole, not the pieces. Guide the aspirations toward the end, not the means.
The crowd nods along. They agree with me. Now what did we unlock? We unlocked this one. We unlocked bliss. The crowd's talking. As mummers merge, I manage to make out the overriding opinion. The oracle I'm describing is a kind of priestess.
There were other oracles who took this road. The very first, in fact. They built the sanctuaries, private places, where each aspiration could be separate from the others.
We're like the first
places where we could feel safe, unthreatened. The war did not end immediately, but its intensity lessened as we were given the space for rational thought. It was an idea we could never have conceived of.
But then, how did they end the war?
There was only one possibility. They also had to bring peace to Brittle.
So we need to bring peace to Brittle. Whew, and we unlocked this. The aspiration fades and I feel myself rising out of my trance. Throughout the whole experience, there's been this noise pulling at my attention. There it is again. Nora and Jade giggling. I lean over to Omar.
Did I say something funny?
You looked like you were reading from a script, talking about the first oracle.
Oh, I didn't realize. But I don't think any of it was particularly funny.
Were they even listening to
Hey,
me?
what's so funny?
The smile immediately drops from Nora's face. She coughs, pulling at her beanie. The whole crowd is looking at the two of them.
Nothing. Sorry. We just...
They're a couple.
Honestly, all the history is interesting, but it's not primetime stuff, you know? We want to hear about actions. Real stuff we can work on, stuff that can make a difference. Like, how did this first oracle settle the conflicts in Brittle?
Going by the folks here, the Prescients, the Oracle must have been pretty powerful. Definitely powerful enough to stop a war.
That is a good question. I wonder if we could have actually looked at these. An offering from reverie, spend time in reverie, which is a sense of wisdom, unlimited strength. I want to know what unlocks this, but I have no idea what will do that. My guess is it's these two things. An offering from Find Rest in Atina. A sacred ally, a necklace. A gift from the presence. A secret. Unlimited strength. A sense of wisdom. Oh boy. There's all these choices. All of these choices, and I don't know what to do. But we can always come back. So I think because we unlocked this earlier, no, it's locked. But this got unlocked earlier, I think. Or it's this one? No, this is unlocked. I think. I mean, there's no white around, yellow around it, and these ones have yellow. So I think I unlocked this. Unlocked by am I next? Yeah, so I'm gonna do this. Do that am I next? There are no aspirations here. I feel the words flowing through me from...
The first Oracle split their time between the realms. They learned from the aspirations, but also their fellow humans. This was their skill. Duality of perspective. But to end the war in Brittle, they had to rely on reverie. They listened to the aspirations, individually and together, and in the end, they gave the Oracle a gift. A way to bring peace to Brittle.
And because we unlocked this, I really want to do this. It's just like the truth has just revealed. It's just like the truth has just revealed itself to me. I can see what happened. Feel it even.
The aspirations revealed a secret to them. That each new cycle of humanity birthed a new aspiration.
Which is what they just told her.
And that perhaps this was the Oracle's path. To become even more than what they had made them. To become a new aspiration.
Oh no, Ursula's gonna be so mad about that. The crowd is hooked. I don't even know if it's me who's telling the story now, or if some or all of the aspirations are talking through me. All these words, all these stories, they want to hear more. As if caught in some strange trance, Omar addressed
This
the
was
crowd.
back when Atina was facing its darkest days. There was an ecological disaster. The specifics are lost to time, but we know the population was devastated by vicious storms, which brought floods and mudslides. Then, as they are wont to do, a dictator arose, taking advantage of the pain and suffering to wield absolute power. The people were despondent. The ruling class's own inadequacy provided the perfect distraction. As they lurched from one calamity to the next, the populace grew ever more apathetic. And when there were signs of rebellion, half the populace looked away, or sided against their own interests.
It was up to the Oracle to break this cycle. To break the system that had enslaved the people. So they had to act. They decided to...
Put faith in the people. Face the tyrant. I've unlocked both of these. A clean slate, find a compromise. I feel like it should be that. Images float before my eyes, speeches learning the forging of new
The
systems.
Oracle had faith in the people to dig themselves out. They pursued a path of knowledge, teaching the populace a different way to live. The foundations of new forms of government were built. Curiosity reigned, and people studied the world around them. What's more, people shared their knowledge. They didn't secret it away or censor it. They taught one another. This gave them more power. Through the sum of that knowledge, they decided to...
This is locked. We can't use it because I didn't use the necklace. I didn't talk about it before. It'd be weird to bring it up now. I don't want to talk about the necklace. I really didn't.
They decided to start again, thanks to the gift of prescience. The Oracle and a select few decided to begin a new cycle. Outside of the old, they believed Athena had become unsalvageable. That they had to instead create the world they wanted to live in.
Breaking free. But it wasn't
The
enough.
Oxion civilization collapsed. After a few decades, all that was left were some musty books and ruins. The tyrant destroyed the rest, but the Oracle and their followers were safe. They found a corner of Athena to call home. A space where the tyrant's influence was weak. They created their own way of life and lived in peace.
We get to see... We will go back and we will see the other ways of going about this. The words stop and I feel the rest of my breath leave my body. The crowd seemed satisfied. It wasn't a happy ending, but neither was it entirely bad.
So, what? This Oracle and their cultists just left the rest to hang?
My thoughts precisely.
And they thought this tyrant would just let them be. Let me guess. That didn't happen?
But wait. Change is a long-term process, right? You told me that.
Sure.
So how do you enact long-term change if there's no one around to, you know, actually change things? That dictator guy, long gone. Consigned to the history books. How many people here have even heard of him?
No one raises their hand.
What if that's because of the seeds the Oracle planted? Planted on their own terms?
Jade sighs and rubs her forehead. I'm expecting resistance, but when she looks up, there's a light in her eyes.
Yeah, maybe you're right. So go on then. Which aspiration are you going to choose? Who becomes the heart?
I'm too tired for this right now, but it looks like the crowd isn't. The gathered people seem to have an opinion. Date it! Okay. Oh, but I've unlocked this one. A new aspiration. Let's see. The gathered crowd talks amongst themselves. They've heard the tales of the different aspirations, their traits, and what they stand for. After a while, there's an overriding favorite, something new. I'm confused. They heard the talk of a new aspiration, about how there hasn't been an addition to their ranks in many ages. Perhaps it's time for a new aspiration to arise. Harmony. Me.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, I suppose. That's a huge vote of confidence. Misplaced, perhaps. But I could see that being a conclusion to the story. The Oracle, who became an aspiration. A melding of two worlds. And all that would mean.
The crowd likes this. There's even a few whops of encouragement. I hope we made the right choice. Apparently, we can go and click on some of these if we wanted. Because we could do bond, truth, chaos. No, bliss, bond, and truth. This doesn't stop the others, I don't think. Nora immediately
It's gotta be
answers.
bliss. I mean, surely. The embodiment of happiness in charge of, you know, fate? Hard to see any other option beating that.
Some people of the gathered crowd agrees.
Oh,
beaming.
stop it! That's so nice! You know, I'm almost never chosen to be the heart. Loads of oracles thought happiness was, I don't know, too easy? That there was some greater purpose for the heart. Beyond making sure everyone was living their best life. That the heart had to be serious or political. But that's not right, is it? All the tech and politics and systems and life. What's it about if not just being happy?
I relay her words to Nora and the crowd. A lot of them agree with her. What is life if not the search for happiness? This is true. See, and we have, like, we're one short for here. We're too short for here. And we're too short for here. However, we do have everybody else. We have the three that I've been leaning towards. Omar steps
I've dedicated my whole life to the pursuit of truth. Historical truth. Emotional truth. Philosophical truth. So, I think you can see where my preferences lie.
Some of the crowd, gathered crowd nods sagely in
I
response.
would certainly be a valid choice. Many of your kind, like this young man, are naturally drawn to me. But this is often because they believe I know your kind better than you know yourselves. Regardless, in previous eras where I took the position of heart, learning increased. Knowledge flourished.
Okay.
So too did religion. The institutional search for the greater truth. Systemic institutions grew in power. Governments, religious authorities, educational systems. But the truth is nothing if not rigid, immovable, definite. Truth does not mean equality. It means serving a greater purpose.
I relay truth's words. Some members of the crowd are unconvinced, while others are all in. Everybody was in for the new aspiration, so I kind of know where that's going. The prescients in the crowd immediately start to whisper a single name, Bond. Nora obviously sees my ears perk up.
Connection, empathy. Yeah. I think Bond would have been Grandpa's choice too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
It has been a long, long time since I was elected Heart. Maybe because humans often associate kindness and understanding with weakness and frailty.
I feel bad for Chaos, Bliss, and Bond, because Chaos has never been picked as the Heart. Bond is rarely picked, and Bliss is rarely picked because people see their factions of things as something lesser, and Chaos because nobody wanted Chaos. But I see those three things as being integral parts of everything that you need. And I think harmony is a good way to go, because that's what I've been trying to do when you think about it. When I was talking about the heart and what I wanted to do, I wanted to create a balance of all of them.
But when I am placed at the center of reverie, connections are made. Art, creativity, trade, all flourish. Eras under my guidance often see the growth of incredible civilizations. But often, these cultures would grow cruel and overwhelming. When expansion required it, colonization often came. I will never get used to the duality of your kind. Capable of such incredible empathy and such cold devastation.
I relay his words to the crowds. Many agree, and despite the potential downsides, I think Bond is still the best choice. I like Bond. Now, we can't talk about him, and we can't talk about her, because I've been kind of flowing away from them no matter what I did. I always flowed towards the three that we ended up talking about, not including our own character in of itself. And with that, my story ends, or it concludes for now at least. It's late, people are tired, they've begun to drift back to the naiads to sleep. Kind of wish I did have enough crystals to be able to talk about everybody, but we weren't able to. I feel like there needs to be the balance between all of them. I hear my story repeated in different voices all across the beach, in discussions, debates, some arguments even. For me, it clarified things like the decision I have to make. I stifled a yawn and make my excuses to the few who remain. All that can wait until tomorrow. I feel like there needs to be a balance between all of them, and that harmony might be the way to go. Unfortunately, we were not able to do all of that, but there is more. There is always more. However, we will end today's stream here. I am really curious as to what's going to happen next. I think Wednesday late at night might be the next time that I stream. Maybe Thursday morning. I don't know. We'll see. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for coming by. I had a lot of fun. I am really curious about where this is going to go. I don't know how many acts are in this story. But oh my god, look at this. This is even bigger than the last one. Oh my god. Okay. We will see where it goes. Thank you everybody for coming. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope to see you the next time I stream. Hit that follow button if you want to be notified as soon as I go live. And then you'll be able to come and join me for some more Reverie. Anyways, bye. Ciao, ciao, ciao. I almost forgot to mention, if you wish to support the stream, just go down below and you'll be able to take a look at what we have. So we have our subs, you can cheer, you can tip. I do have buttons down below where we have our tipping jar where you can send in your tips if you if you want to donate, you can donate. There's the Patreon if you really wanted. There is the Etsy shop, the Redbubble shop. There is also the Discord and all sorts of other things. So go ahead, go check out down below. Check it all out. You will also be able to find my entire playthrough so far, along with a couple of other playthroughs. Ones that I haven't finished, ones that I have. I have the ability to finish some of them again. So I am going to try and finish those. They'll be on my YouTube channel, which is... I don't remember what it is. It's linked down below. So if you'd like to check all of that out, please check it out. Bye-bye. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.